Hey there guys, what's going on and welcome back to our channel. Every house has something special in it, but shifting to a new place and discovering weird and creepy things is something different. Sometimes these creepy things scare the hell out of us. There are many mysterious and terrifying house stories which we all are unaware of. So let's talk about the creepy things found in people's homes. Number 10, a dollhouse in the oven. Elizabeth Fournier of Oregon's Cornerstone Funeral Services and Cremation often goes into the homes of the recently deceased. She told a Reader's Digest that she went into the house of a deceased old woman and found an entire 3-story dollhouse in the oven on one particular occasion. What it was doing there, nobody knows. I also don't know if that's creepy or just incredibly weird. Number 9, meat hooks. In an Ask Reddit thread about things found in homes, user anthropology_nerd recounted the story of finding meat hooks in their basement. They were exploring the basement of their century-old house with their brother when they came to a small area with white plastic walls, a walk-in freezer, and meat hooks dangling ominously from the ceiling. It may sound like something out of Dexter. The previous owner of the house was a German man who made his own sausages and sold them out of the house. I know it sounds creepy. It costs the same. Number 8, a noose. Finding meat hooks dangling from the ceiling is one thing, but finding a noose is something else entirely. While in their sophomore year of college, an anonymous Reddit user often hung out with their friends in a rented house. One day, they found a secret door behind the furnace and ventured in with flashlights. Inside the stuffy darkroom, they found garbage scattered across the floor, various scribblings on the wall, and a noose hanging from the ceiling beam. They further explained that the home was likely a frat house in the past, which means that the creepy room could have been used for initiation purposes, either that or something far more sinister. Number 7, a medieval well. We don't recommend digging up your floors, but at the same time, you never know what you're going to find. An English man named Colin Steer was doing work on his house when he discovered that the floor dipped near the bay window. He started excavating his own home and found a medieval well underneath the floorboards. It was eventually found that the well went to a depth of 30 feet and was dated back to the 16th century. The excavation also found a centuries-old sword that has been tossed inside the well for unknown reasons. As Steer proudly proclaims, he has a piece of Plymouth's history in his front room. This story is kind of weird, but I guess the truth is either hard to listen to or difficult to believe. Number 6, a secret room. This story involves another Reddit user and another creepy secret room user. The user claims that they lived in a quote, old quote, or can we say, a crappy party house for a year, presumably while in college. As they were moving out and their friends were moving in, they discovered a secret room after moving some kitchen shelves. Inside, they found a very small, very thin room containing a sleeping bag and a pillow, neither of which looked particularly old. A responding user claims that small rooms like that are often used by addicts and homeless people. According to some sources, that place was used for after robbery spots. Number 5, a mysterious birth certificate. For this story, we're going back to Elizabeth Fournier of Oregon's Cornerstone Funeral Services and Cremation, the same woman who found the dollhouse inside of an oven. One of her more unsettling finds came after lifting the mattress of a recently deceased homeowner. Under the mattress, Fournier discovered an old birth certificate. After conducting some research, she found that no one in the family knew of the mysterious child or the birth certificate. Many questions were raised by the discovery that, who is this child? Do they even exist? And why was the birth certificate hidden under the mattress? Perhaps the hardest thing about this story is knowing that we'll never know. Number 4. A Christmas tree with toys. Cleaning out deceased elderly homes has to be incredibly sad. Case in point, the Christmas tree Jasmine Hobbs of the London cleaning team was cleaning the house of a lonely old woman who had recently passed away. She eventually came across a room containing a large, gorgeous Christmas tree that she claims were beautifully decorated and with tons of kids' toys underneath. However, the old woman never had any children, so there was no discernible reason for the Christmas tree or the presents. It's certainly a little creepy, but at the same time, it speaks to the unbelievable loneliness that many people face. It is said that this poor old lady just wanted to celebrate Christmas with children. Number 3. Sinister family photo. With this story, we go from a sweet and lonely old woman to a creepy old man who may very well practice voodoo. Lauren Hayes of Star Domestic Cleaners also cleaned houses of the recently deceased, and she told a Reader's Digest of a very unsettling discovery. While cleaning the apartment of an elderly man, Hayes found a collection of family photographs. Nothing out of the ordinary there, but drawn on these photographs were red pentagrams over the faces of various family members. She also found a voodoo doll lying on the floor near the photos. Many people don't get along with their family, I get it, but this is downright dangerous. Number 2. Gravestones. Rosalind Wright of Charlotte, North Carolina was attempting to build a deck in her backyard when she unearthed 13 gravestones. Her backyard did stretch onto an old cemetery, but Wright was under the impression that her land was free of graves. The stones looked very similar to the ones found in a nearby cemetery, and a member of the local Historic Landmarks Commission also believed they were of a similar style and age. Wright claims that before, we were okay with it, but now it's just too close for comfort. We don't blame her because this is one of the creepiest and frightening things one could go through. A similar thing happened to Reddit user Sensational Savior, who found an empty child's tomb on their property, which terrified a lot of people.
Ella Austin James, wife of William James, died 1891.
Number 1. A 100-year-old skeleton. Gwen Pretty of Leflore County, Oklahoma, had recently purchased a new home when her nephew made a grisly discovery. Located in the barn was an old coffin containing a real human skeleton whose bones were fused together by wires. The bones were sent to Tulsa Medical Examiner's office, who found that they were over 100 years old. They also got in touch with the previous owner. He reportedly found the coffin in an abandoned building that was once used by the Independent Order of Odd Fellows. This fraternal organization used real skeletons in their initial ceremonies. He brought the casket home, threw it in the barn, and promptly forgot it existed until Pretty's nephew made the discovery. If the rest of you had any other encounters such as these, do let us know down in the comments section below, and let us know if you are terrified of the discovery or not. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, take care, and bye now.